exciting announcements. Can we please welcome on stage Mr. Vijay, Senior Vice President, Sales. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. Hello, everyone. It was great to hear from Anshu his perspective about the Amway business moving forward. Please also accept my warm wishes on the new year. May the 2023 bring in loads of happiness and great health for you and your family. 2023 is really special for us as we celebrate our 25th anniversary in India. We are in sincere gratitude for our partnership and your passion and commitment towards the Amway business. To mark this special occasion in India, we announced a series of initiatives 2 months ahead of the start of performance here in September. So leaders like you have the opportunity to re-engage your sales organization and rebuild the momentum for the year started in September. All these initiatives were the culmination of your great feedback, be it in the Core Plus, new initiatives, or be it the criteria for the Amway Business Seminar. Specifically in BFI, BBI, there are 3 things I would encourage all of you to focus on. The first is adoption, second is profitability, and the third is consistency. The opportunity to enhance your profitability has increased manifold through the Core Plus. The key learning is that at BFI and at BBI, don't just aim for minimum threshold of criteria, which is 3 qualifying sales teams. Leaders with 4 qualifying sales teams earn 2x over those who build the structure with 3 sales teams. The potential to maximize BFI, BBI income over the average income is enormous. The other big opportunity is to earn all 12 months in your Amway business. So getting in, maximizing your income, and earning all 12 months while leveraging the BFI, BBI as the launch pad to migrate upwards with your goals is the key to success. There's a basket of tools and enablers to leverage. I would encourage all of you to consult your upline or your account manager to know more. Let's now talk about the business conferences hosted in the latter half of the year 2022. As you know, during this year, be it the Diamond Invitational or the Amway Business Seminar, we were all set to host our qualified leaders at the announced destinations. Keeping in mind our scale, all arrangements like the hotels, the visas, the airline booking, all have to be done much well in advance. And due to the developments in April 2022 that we all are well aware of, we had to shift destinations within India. But the destinations chosen offered incredible experience to our valued leaders like you. The Diamond Invitational, leaders traveled on Maharaja Express, the only 7-star luxury train in India. And the feedback from all our leaders who participated was a simply wow. For business seminar, as we moved the destination to Cordilla Cruise, again, we made it better for all our qualifiers. 1 extra night was added for all the qualifiers on cruise. So, while this was 4 nights, 5 days as the original announced criteria, we made it 5 nights, 6 days for everyone. In addition, all the qualified founder emeralds were extended the family invite as well. Now, for the rationale mentioned, we wanted to be proactive, so to be able to finalize alternate destinations, announce much earlier, and start preparatory work for the 2023 business conferences. Therefore, we did engage with the Leadership Advisory Council a couple of days ago to discuss the rationale, current developments, and the alternate destination options. Also keeping in view the learning from different markets, a global policy is put in place that prevents deferring or cash in lieu of, so to offer consistent experience to all our leaders across the Amway globe. However, what remains consistent is the incredible experience to all our qualifiers at different forums Amway offers. So, let's now take a look at the upcoming business conferences to be organized in the memorable 25th anniversary year in 2023. For the Diamond Invitational for the performance year 21-22, which just ended August this year, we had announced this conference with the extended family invite. Definition of family is now made more inclusive. So leaders can also bring in their married children for this conference. The new destination for Diamond International is, ladies and gentlemen, Kashmir, fondly known as paradise on earth. A picture-perfect landscape, verdant valleys, charming lakes, winter wonderland, delightful autumns, tulip gardens, houseboats, gondola rides, fabulous food, and so much more to offer, from this unique destination. After the Diamond Invitational, let's now talk about the Amway Business Seminar for the current performance year. As we all know, the key changes announced in July this year for this leadership seminar trip were: 1, there was an extension in the timer table from the 6 to the 15 timer. Second, multiple options were created to qualify for the 6 to the 15 timer. Third, a special invite for the comeback and the FIRQ Founder Platinum, who have just taken one Amway seminar trip so far. They requalify as Founders Platinum and do minimum 12 points, will get an auto invite. And a special invite was extended for all qualified emeralds and above as the auto for this trip. Ladies and gentlemen, and the new destination is the most pristine destination of India, where it all started. The destination needs no introduction, ladies and gentlemen, it is Goa. Goa is where we hosted our first leadership seminar for Amway India in 1999. We will celebrate our 25th anniversary at the same destination, where it all started from, ladies and gentlemen. What remains consistent is the destination, but what gets elevated is the 10x experience that leaders will have when they qualify and join us for this seminar. So the revised landscape for the Amway Business Seminar this year, ladies and gentlemen, is, first of all, there is no change in the qualification criteria in terms of the PIN and the number of desired ALS points. However, we have added one extra night for all the qualifiers who would qualify for this trip. Well, over and above that, all the qualified emeralds and above will get the invite with family. In the previous year trip at the cruise, the family invite was only extended for our qualified founder emeralds and above. So while one extra night for all the qualifiers is retained from the last seminar, family invite will be extended this time to the qualified emeralds and above instead of qualified founder emeralds and above. So it's bigger, better, and with family. All right, let's now take the excitement forward and talk about the leadership growth camp for the new platinums for the performance year 2023. Well, the landscape remains unchanged in terms of who can qualify and duration of the leadership growth camp. However, on the 25th anniversary year, what gets truly elevated is the destination, ladies and gentlemen, the Cordilla Cruise. First time ever for the new platinums in India. Let us sail on board the only cruise ship in India, a 5-star hospitality with unlimited food, entertainment, and fun-filled activities. So, learn from the successful leaders, ladies and gentlemen, the best business practices that will help you define your goal beyond platinum in your Amway business, the tools and enablers to help you achieve them in near future. So to summarize, we spoke about Diamond Invitational at Kashmir, of course with family, the Amway Business Seminar at Goa with special family invite for our qualified emeralds and above, and the Leadership Growth Camp on board cruise. The qualification period for the Amway Business Seminar and the Leadership Growth Camp started this September 2022. To conclude, I would encourage all of you to leverage the 25th anniversary year as the foundation building block towards a sustainable and profitable Amway business through communities of loyal consumers focused mainly on healthy living, with potential to earn additional cash awards through Core Plus, Core Plan, and also qualify for the incredible experiences on offer at Amway Business Conferences. We wish you great health and all success with your Amway business in 2023 and beyond. Future is bright, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the program and all the best.
वो कहते हैं ना, change is the only constant and we all need to change to stay relevant with the times. अब ये बताओ किसने सोचा था 2 साल पहले कैसे कोविड हमारी ज़िंदगी में आ जाएगा, लॉकडाउन हो जाएगा और हम सब अपने घर में जाके बैठ जाएंगे कि बच्चे बिना घर से बाहर निकले स्कूल अटेंड करेंगे. But guess what? The pandemic taught us all how to change with changing times. And we now have actually become used to this new normal of lives which are more virtual than real. Similarly, businesses also go through a change and have to adapt the new ways of working to ensure that they keep up with the changing mindset of the customers. To talk about how change can impact your business, I would now like to invite Mr. Vijay Sugathan, Associate Vice President, Strategy, Planning and Analytics onto stage. Over to you, Mr. Sugathan.
Hi, everyone. As we celebrate our 25th anniversary, we can reflect on the past 24 years. Figuratively speaking, we have been sailing together on the same boat. You will agree that it's been smooth sailing for most of these years. However, occasionally we do run into a few storms. This year has been tough. As Anshu said, a smooth sea never made a skillful sailor. We are not scared of storms. We only learn how to sail and to come out of it stronger. You will agree that a storm does not last long, but a storm does change the weather. It is not back to normal. Just look at what has happened in the pandemic. There is always a new normal, a new normal. While we have had to face our rough weather, the direct selling industry has been growing 13%. Add to that, the wellness economy of products and services are also growing. Within that, health products itself are growing, and even supplements within that are growing. There is growth all around us. The question is, why not us? Why not now? We followed a very simple MBS process. What is MBS? Mine, bottle, and scale. We mine what is working inside and outside the business. That means we speak to leaders who are on a new path and learn what still works and what can be done better. We look at other markets and see what works around them. With a very deep understanding of what and why it is working, we come to a common approach, which is the bottle part. We then scale and adopt across the market. Adaptability is the key to business growth. Here we ask 4 basic questions. What does the customer really want? What are they really looking for? Are they really loyal? Today we are here to share with you learnings from research of markets like China and Korea. In China, the ABOs had to change after 8 years of challenges. They adapted and understood their customers' needs and took up the wellness coach approach. They turned the business around into a double-digit growth. While in Korea, the business pitch has switched to a passion for fitness. Competition has found similar success doing things. However, with 50% of our capability. Imagine how much success you can all bring because we have more products, better products, and more experienced ABO leaders. The only question here is, are our people ready to change, ready to learn, and acquire deep knowledge of nutrition and wellness to help our customers live a happy and a healthier life? The time to change course is now. So please listen up. We are here to share some examples of how markets and other leaders have adapted and operating with a slightly different approach. Don't worry, we have your back. After all, we have been sailing together. Thank you. Wishing you a happy new year.
Thank you so much for sharing the insights on the changing landscape and how important it is actually for all of us to continue to change with changing times. Well, as you know, Amway is spread all over the world, and at some places around the world, change has already started. The change has already brought in some significant results. So to share the insights about what these changes are and how impactful these changes have been to the business, I would now like to invite Mr. Yogya Talwar, Senior Manager, Consumer and Market Insights.
Hello and namaste to everyone.
We will
more than 1,500 leaders in China. At present, there are more than 1,500 leaders in China who are running book clubs and developing their communities. To this, I can only say simply awesome and hats off to their leaders. They have adopted something which seemed a very distant phenomena and made it their way of life, their way of running the business. From China, now let's come to Korea, another Amway market which has taken entire Korea and Amway world by storm by developing a very disruptive community engagement model. Now all of you can see a Peloton bike on the slide. You might be wondering what a bike has to do with our kind of business. Let me tell you a very interesting story. Rich and Jay, Amway founders, used to study at the same college. However, they were really different from each other, so much so that when Rich used to pass Jay's house on his way to college every day, they never talked or engaged with each other. After a few weeks, Rich had an idea. He thought, let's ask Jay to accompany him to college, and it would help him reduce his overall expenses by dividing money with Jay for the commuting to college. So Rich offered Jay a ride to college, and in return, Jay would pay him 25 cents. Real customers before they became health coaches. That's really commendable. It's authentic when consumers eventually become partners and share their personal experiences as consumers. And this can make the business pitch impeccable. They have been successful with close to just 30 SKUs and 2 lakh odd distributors. Now, you all might be thinking, what do we have which makes us different and helps us avoid to play in these different red oceans where different competition are already playing and there's a fierce and tough competition there? What do we have? What is our success formula? What is our differentiated goal, which has helped some of our leaders gain huge sustainable success? Our success formula is a combination of catering to various needs of the entire family, community expertise, focus on customer loyalty, and on top of this, most important and impactful, all of you and your credibility and expertise, which I believe is Amway's biggest asset. If we are able to build our future businesses around these 4 pillars, then we are actually talking about creating a blue ocean for ourselves. We will create our own market, which no one else will be able to break into easily. And as you can see, it's not only about one product or a set of products as a bundle. Rather, it's a combination of many things. Product bundle, building healthy habits, and through that your behavior and lifestyle changes, which comes through deep knowledge and other engagements that you do on day-to-day basis, exercise plans, healthy meal plans, community platform support for engagement, and most important, all of this supported by strong consultation from all of you to your customers. Now, practicing this will help make us true entrepreneurs who are helping people live better, healthier lives. In our transformation journey, we all need to start by thinking about 3 things. Number 1, what's your hook, your domain, your niche? Is it books? Is it a Peloton bike? Is it a normal jog in the park? Is it having breakfast together? Is it doing healthy cooking together? It could be anything which hooks all of you together as a community. Number 2, what's your solution? Is it healthy weight management, or is it something else as well? Number 3, what's your approach? Are we shifting focus on holistic solution, community building, and customer loyalty-led approach? By doing this, we all know, my friends, business opportunity will automatically follow. For all this to happen, there is one thing which is really critical: adaptation. Adaptation to change. As Charles Darwin said, success doesn't stay with those who are most intelligent. Neither does it stay with those who are the strongest. It stays with those who are most adaptable to change. Now, in the coming segment, my colleague Manish will take us through some of our highly successful leaders in India who have transformed their business with this new approach. Thank you everyone, and wish you all a very happy new year.
Wow, wow, wow. That was absolutely insightful. Thank you so much for sharing those success stories of how Amway businesses around the world have adapted to the changing world, and they've achieved significant growth at it. Well, this change has resulted in positive results in all markets. वैसे तो पॉजिटिव का नाम सुनते हैं आज तक सिर्फ कोविड याद आता है, पर यहाँ पे हम मार्केट की बात करें तो लेट्स बी हैप्पी विद दिस पॉजिटिव चेंज. बट द चेंज इज नॉट लिमिटेड टू अदर मार्केट्स. We have some leaders in India who have also adopted this new approach and have received some significant growth over the past years. We had invited some of the leaders to the recently held Amway Business Seminar, where they shared their experience and gave insights on how we can also adopt these changes. Well, to share some of these glimpses of these discussions, I'd now like to invite Mr. Manish Panikkar, Associate Vice President, Sales Operations, on stage right now.
Good evening, everybody. Yogya shared an insight on the consumer truth, the potential of the wellness economy, and why we need to pivot to the new way of doing the business. मुझे यकीन है कि अब हम सफलता हासिल करने के लिए इस बदलाव की आवश्यकता को समझते हैं. अपने विश्वास को मजबूत करने के लिए आइए जानें कि कैसे भारत में कुछ लीडर्स नए दृष्टिकोण के साथ सफलता हासिल कर रहे हैं. In our exercise, we identified some key success drivers that were common to all, and we conducted a panel discussion at the Amway Business Seminar to hear from these leaders why they felt the need to change and how it has impacted their business. I will share with you some key snippets from the panel discussions today. The first part of this new approach was how these leaders attracted and engaged their customers. To do this, the first key success factor identified was shifting from gaining knowledge of Amway plan or Nutrilite products to becoming an expert in health and nutrition. The question was posed to Vibhor Suri, who is a founder platinum from Pune.
श्योर, थैंक्स फॉर द क्वेश्चन मनीष। तो हमारे कस्टमर्स को क्या चाहिए? हमारे कस्टमर्स को सप्लीमेंट्स नहीं चाहिए, हमारे कस्टमर्स को हेल्थ चाहिए। एंड जब हम ये समझ जाते हैं, देन वी आवरसेल्व्स हैव टू हैव द अवेयरनेस दैट सप्लीमेंट्स आर अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द होल सोल्यूशन, बट नॉट द सॉल्यूशन। सप्लीमेंट सिर्फ सॉल्यूशन नहीं हो सकते। तो when we understand that and we get that awareness, then obviously we have to go into that direction of पहले हमारा सिर्फ एक्सपर्टीज न्यूट्रिशन, मतलब पेट खराब है तो नेचुरल भी ले लो, आंवला की ले लो, और आई मीन सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. We just used to offer a product, but now we have to get into much deeper understanding of how our body functions, what are the other factors which determine, apart from just nutrition supplementation. So reluctantly, or first of all, it was reluctantly from our side that we were very comfortable with just Nutralite knowledge. But then when we got that awareness inside and we understood that this is what our customer needs, we have to focus not on what we need. We all need PV, but the client needs health. So we obviously had to get into books or certifications or many other things, and we developed a passion. The more we may not have passion for something, but when we start working hard on it, we develop passion for it. So interestingly, that is what happened with us and in our team, that when we started getting deeper into health and knowledge about wellness, we started getting passionate about it, right? And it not only transformed our health, but we were able to give that value. So when we are talking to a client or a prospective customer, he knows that I'm not out there just to sell a product to him. I'm actually out there to help him holistically. And then whatever we recommend as a supplement, he's very open to take that. Because उसको पता है सिर्फ ये बेचने के लिए मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा है. इसके पास वर्कआउट का नॉलेज है, इसके पास स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट का नॉलेज है, इसके पास इमोशनल वेलबींग का नॉलेज है, डाइट का नॉलेज है. डाइट नॉट जस्ट विद प्रोडक्ट्स बट विद what all changes we need to make in diet. So when that client understands that, then recommendation of supplements में कभी भी challenge कुछ भी नहीं है. So the challenges we used to face earlier when we were only selling products, of pricing, of budget or whatever it is, right? Those challenges hardly come up because they understand that this person is coming from a huge knowledge base and I will miss out on this knowledge if I do not take the solution. So that's what my 2 words is. Yeah.
The next success factor that we identified was a shift from being pushy salesmen trying to sell anything to attracting clients to your solution by using the pull marketing method. और ये सवाल हमने फाउंडर एग्जीक्यूटिव डायमंड समरजीत से पूछा. आइए सुनते हैं उन्हें क्या कहना है.
सो बेसिकली क्लाइंट और कस्टमर का जो फ़र्क है दैट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. जैसे मैं दुकान में ब्रेड बिस्किट लेने जाता हूँ, ब्रेड लेके घर आ जाता हूँ, तो दुकानदार फिर कॉल करके पूछेगा नहीं मुझे कि भाई कैसा लगा ब्रेड, ठीक था ना, ख़राब तो नहीं था, अच्छा लगा. दैट फॉलो अप इज़ नॉट देयर, राइट? तो स्टोर से सो आई एम ए कस्टमर फॉर दैट शॉप. बट हमारे बिजनेस में वी हैव जैसे इंश्योरेंस होते हैं और अदर्स, सो दैट दे कॉल इट क्लाइंट. क्लाइंट मतलब आपके सामने जो आके आपसे सामान लेके जाते हैं, सॉल्यूशन लेके जाते हैं. आफ्टर दैट इट्स अ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉर अस कि वी फॉलो अप एंड सी कि उनको जो चाहिए था वो मिल रहा है कि नहीं. वी शुड बी मोर कंसर्न कि जिस ट्रस्ट के साथ वो हमारे पास आए हैं वो उनको मिल रहा है कि नहीं. जो फॉलो अप प्रोसेस है, एंगेजमेंट प्रोसेस है, इस तरह से जो रिलेशनशिप दैट एमवेज ब्यूटीफुली प्रेजेंटेड टुडे, एंगेजमेंट करके, दैट्स वेयर क्लाइंटशिप फॉर्म होता है. कस्टमर से क्लाइंट बन जाते हैं बिकॉज अ लॉन्ग टर्म फॉल एंगेजमेंट. रिगार्डिंग द पुल, जो हमने हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में स्टार्टिंग से ही बताया कि आपने दिखा दिया कि जैसे हम लोग वेट लॉस दिखा देते, बिफोर आफ्टर पिक्चर दिखा देते, उसके बाद पिक्चर दिखा के इफ़ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड प्लीज़ कॉल मी, या मेरा नंबर दे के प्लीज़ मैसेज मी, वो हमने बंद कर दिया. वो तो ऑब्वियस है कि अगर कोई इंटरेस्टेड होगा तो आपको कॉल करेगा. इतना डेस्परेशन दिखाने की क्या ज़रूरत है कि ये मेरा नंबर है प्लीज़ कॉल मी, राइट? इंस्टेड हम दूसरे तरीके से देखो कि इसका ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो गया है. कैसा लगता होगा अभी उसको पुराने कपड़े पहन के जो पहन नहीं पाता था 10 साल से. इमेजिन उसको कैसा लग रहा होगा. ये एक तरह से. दूसरा, ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो गया, इसकी ये हाल थी, अभी इतना सुंदर हाल हो गया है. इमेजिन उसके फैमिली मेम्बर, उसके अंदर कितनी खुशी होगी. वी मेक पीपल इमेजिन, है ना. इमेजिन कितना अच्छा लग रहा होगा जब उसके कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स मिल रहे हैं उसके कलीग से. तो इस तरह की जो फीलिंग्स आप लोगों को इमेजिन करा रहे हो थ्रू योर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. इमेजिन द हैप्पीनेस दैट आई हैव इनसाइड मी एंड द फैमिली मेम्बर्स का स्ट्रेस लेवल कितना कम हो गया ये डेवलपमेंट देख के, राइट? एंड उसकी इम्यूनिटी भी, आई गिव ए सॉल्यूशन फॉर हिज इम्यूनिटी. बहुत सीवियर क्रोनिक छींक ये सब होता था. तो ही एक्सप्लेन कि जस्ट इमेजिन द स्ट्रेसलेस मीन्स डिस्ट्रेस जो मैं हूँ अभी सुबह उठ के जो आई कैन सी कि इतना ब्लॉक नहीं है मेरा नोज. ही रोट ऑल दैट स्टफ वट एवर. तो idea is to connect people to those troubles and good feelings plus the negative feelings से बाहर कैसे निकले, वो सब आप जब उनको experience करा रहे हो through your words or your pictures, automatically people will sense two things. हाँ सही बात कर रहा है, I have gone through the same thing. And दूसरा, as you continuously do that, people get an understanding कि you genuinely want to help them. Please contact me on this number. बोल के you're not showing कि मुझे आपको बेचना है, please contact me, right? तो पुल what we understood is if you can really show value, आप really concern दिखा रहे हो लोगों को और value दिखा रहे हो बाकी लोगों के, जैसे अंशु जी का मैसेज था demonstrability, you are showing through demonstration of other success की उन लोगों को किस तरह से फ़ायदा हुआ है. आज नहीं तो कल 1 2 3 4 5 6 10 15 20 देख के ultimately people will say enough देखा है, their subconscious mind will say कि I've seen enough and let me message, है ना. इधर आपका जो फॉर्म होगा वहाँ fill up करेगा या फिर आपके मैसेंजर में मैसेज करेगा, कहीं ना कहीं किसी भी तरह से आपके पास दे विल डेफिनेटली कम. तो दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव डन. व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड इज, एंड इट हैज हैपेंड थ्रू मतलब इंट्रोस्पेक्शन रेट्रोस्पेक्शन एनालाइज करके थॉट थिंकिंग थ्रू जिसको बोलते हैं, मैंने ये देखा है कि अगर हमारा टोटल थॉट प्रोसेस और टोटल एटीट्यूड है कि हाउ कैन वी सर्व दिस पर्सन वेल, राइट, ये आपके अंदर बैठ गया है, आपके पूरे सेल्स में इनसाइड यू इट इज देयर कि हाउ कैन आई. पीवी आप भूल गए, पीवी आप बिल्कुल भूल गए. योर एंटायर माइंडसेट इज हाउ कैन आई सर्व दिस पर्सन वेल एंड कैन सी दैट हैप्पीनेस इन 1 month 2 months 3 months टाइम थ्रू द सर्विस दैट आई गिव. ये अगर आपके अंदर आ गया और आप उस तरह से काम कर रहे हो, पीवी की बौछार होगी आपके ऊपर. ये आप थिंकिंग कर लो, आप यू थिंक थ्रू दिस व्हाट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग. अब घर बैठ के इसको एनालाइज करो. और अगर आप पीवी सोच रहे हो एंड दैट इज योर फर्स्ट कंसर्न, आप यू विल नॉट डू दैट सर्विस ऑटोमेटिकली उस तरह से, बिकॉज यू विल ऑलवेज बी कंसर्न और एक कस्टमर कैसे बनाओ और एक कस्टमर कैसे बनाओ और एक कस्टमर कैसे बनाओ, ये ज़्यादा टाइम ले रहा है, ज़्यादा टाइम ले रहा है. तो उस तरह का सर्विस लोगों को मिलेगा नहीं. एंड लॉन्ग टर्म में यू विल सी कि आपको उस तरह से रेफरल्स या उस तरह से चीज़ें नहीं मिल रही है. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट वी हैव ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि मार्केट में ऐसे लोगों की कमी है जो दिल से सेवा कर रहे हैं, और जो दिल से सेवा करेगा एंड वंस people see through after 6 months 1 year of your service, lot of business will come to you.
Wow, the message that I took, success will follow us when we become passionate about serving our clients and helping them become healthier. अगला फेज हमारे क्लाइंट को एजुकेट कराने और उनकी ज़रूरतों को पूरा करने के बारे में है. And the success factor that we observed is a shift from impulsively suggesting products to first listening to the client's problem, assessing it, and then suggesting a solution. Here is what Jnanamurthy, who is a founder platinum from Nellore, had to answer.
Earlier we were promoting only products. We are we are experts in building teams, but when coming to doing volumes, whenever we discuss in even team meetings, so whenever we talk about that core volume of 300 PV or 100 PV like that, we are actually buying them because we want to be in the team. We need that respect. That's why we don't have any customers actually. We are having few, but they are not clients. They will buy once or twice. And as even Sam mentioning, whenever they come up with, for example, like someone comes and asks, I have a knee pain. Immediately we promote glucosamine, protein and Calmac. Go and eat these things, okay? Then again, after 4 months, if he calls back and if he is telling, I'm not getting result, then, we won't lift calls. Like that, lot of times people do, because we thought, these supplements will create magic. Supplements need to do magic. I have nothing to do. I promoted this and they need to work. Now it's fault of Neutralite. That's how we were actually. But later, once, because of that, we don't have any referral business. We need to go and find few new clients. That's where we are roaming in malls, contacting people in buses, trains, all these things we did. But whenever a client or whenever a customer buys some product from us, they are not repeatedly buying and they are not giving referrals also. That's where we are thinking to change this pattern for many years. But somewhere it ignited from our own weight loss journey, and that's where we lost almost 25 kgs. Now still I am on the journey, still I need to reduce 10 more. But so that's where, like, when we started focusing on, as Manish told, like, there are a lot of things we can talk to them. Like, if someone tells knee pain for me, we need to ask them first, what is your weight? How much protein you are taking? What is your age? From how many years you have this issue? What is your lifestyle? How many hours you are sleeping? What are you eating? All these things definitely matters. Once we thought, like, once we start reading about these things, and once we understand customer, now as we are recommending everything, like, you need to reduce these many kgs, then these things, definitely we are promoting supplements also, but it will be like here now we understand that supplement works as a supplement. It's not medicine. It's not a painkiller that once you put into your mouth, like, everything will go. No. So that's where we started promoting as a solution. And now we are getting referrals, and last month also, like, we added more than 1100 clients through referrals. 1100 clients we bring into our diet program. All this 90% of business now we are working on only referrals. Wow. 2 years back, I was around 1500 group PV. Now last month we crossed 87,000 and 87 group PV, and I am Founders Platinum, by the way. Okay, it's 43,000 by this time, and we will cross 1 lakh for sure this month, and that's how it's happening, through referrals. Thank you.
So the one thing that I picked up was to ask the right questions to assess the core of the issue before suggesting the solution. This brings us to the next phase of the customer journey: identifying the needs and matching the solutions. The observation we made was that they switched from providing only products to providing holistic solutions, in which products play a key role. Let's hear from Shayoni, founder Platinum Leader from Bangalore, what she had to say.
Absolutely, Manish. You know what? I think everyone shared one very common perspective, that the customer behavior, the client behavior has changed over the past few years, right? And, people do purchase today. They do not purchase because the product is good. They purchase because that, it can fix a problem for them. So if we can give them something which can fix a problem for them, they'll buy. Yeah, there are people out there to buy, right? So what we have understood, very simple example, when there was pandemic and we had to communicate with each other, right? And we wanted to see each other, talk to each other, that there was a problem statement, and that problem got fixed by a solution called Zoom. However it was, everyone was on Zoom. Left, right, and center, people were using Zoom, right? So what you have to understand, it fixed a problem, and thus Zoom became an overnight hit, right? So that's the mindset behind it. So we wanted to work in the space of preventive healthcare. We wanted to, provide solution about healthy weight management, right? So we understood that a human being, is actually living there 24 hours in a day, right? How can we just say that, that 5 minutes that you're using to consume that supplementation can change the game for you, right? So what we rather decided to do is change their 24 hours, right? They're eating in their 24 hours, they're sleeping in their 24 hours, they're exercising, they're digesting their food, right? They're thinking about their work. So they started designing their entire day. When we started designing their entire day, the focus just moved away from the product, and they were just looking at, if I go to this person, I will get solution to my problem. I think that was the shift.
Fantastic insight. Designing the 24 hours of their customers was key to becoming a solutionist. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So the next success factor that we identified was a shift from zero engagements with clients to a structured community engagement. और कोयम्बतूर से शशि कुमार को सुनते हैं, जो हमें बताएंगे कि इस सक्सेस फैक्टर ने क्यों और कैसे उनकी मदद की.
Actually, through book reading club and giving values, we are getting the customers. But it's not important to getting customers, but we have to make them a client. So the difference between customer and client means someone is buying one time is called customer. If someone is buying month on month and keep increasing the purchase, that's called clients. Generally, where we called a client, some person is like a lawyer. they used to tell his customer as a client because he has to come for lifetime. Even sometime after his death also his son will come and then his grandson will come. So that's called client. So that in AM also, if someone is buying protein powder or something, he should buy and his son should buy, his grandson should buy. That's called, we call a client. So if you make to customer to client, so we need a tight engagements. So to get the tight engagements, initially we don't have any engagement with customers. So we started Miracle Morning. This concept called every morning 5 o'clock, we have 1 hour live session. There we giving some values, like we are teaching some kind of pranayama and 5 minutes yoga and goal setting and kind of some 14 activities we are doing every day 5 to 6 o'clock. It's giving so much value to the person. The community is nothing but he should get some kind of personal transformation. Like Sam also told, that if customer is transformed themselves and they're very happy and they will have everyone, they used to come to the community. We are not inviting the community. By 4:50, 4:45 we are opening the Zoom. By 4:50 we get 600, 700 people. By 5 o'clock the 1,000 room is full. And we are giving nowadays YouTube link also. Now we are locking 5 o'clock. We are not inviting anyone, but they're waiting for that. Even for Diwali day, we thought of to give the leave for Miracle Morning, but people don't know we need Miracle Morning. In Diwali day, we have 800 plus people in that Miracle Morning. So what we are doing, that giving that kind of values, the customer is keep coming to the things. When the customer engaging everyday basis, then it is easy for us to give the information to about them. In that Miracle Morning, we kept 10 minutes for nutrition topic. Why A vitamin is required, why B vitamin is required. There we tell about 2 minutes about the Nutrite product. If you're not getting enough food, you can take this supplement. That's all. So what happens, that customer is getting educated every day about the health and nutrition. So it's called customer graduation system. That when he come to the community by simply buying Amlaki or some Brahmi or Omega-3, they come to the community. But after a month or 2 months, they know everything about B complex, about amino acid. Even they, like some people are going to hospital month on month, they know better medicine than doctor. Similarly, nowadays our customer recommending to their family members, you have to take B complex, you have to take protein, you have to take Omega-3 like that. So that's why the productivity is also increasing.
So the key to get customer loyalty and repeat ordering is to add value to them. Miracle Morning was Shashi Kumar's way to add value. We all can think of other ways to add value to our customers or clients. While customers are important, we also need to have new partners in our business to help many people live healthier lives. The next success factor that I would like to share today is a shift from sponsoring anyone who may be interested in the business to partnering with only those who are passionate about health and wellness. Let's hear from Vibhor why he found this approach helpful.
I think it's a great question because this was one of the biggest shifts we had to accept. And our metrics was that business mein kitne log hain, and we took pride that we have so many people attending meetings, just like Shashi was saying, right? I mean, people are taking pictures and just to keep those ABOs in the team. So our pride came from how many people do we have, but we had to make that shift that the pride is not how many people are we having attending meetings, but how many of them are profitable, how many of them are productive. And if you walk out there how many Subway franchises are there and how many of them are profitable, you'll get the answer, right? Or any other business out there. So when the end goal is not just the number of people or the number of ABOs we have, wo end goal nahi hai. The end goal is profitability, productivity. And if you combine all the answers that we all gave, how do we provide so much value? We are supposed to provide so much value. We are supposed to track 24 hours. We are supposed to, like Sam was saying that, हमारा दिल से हमें चाहिए कि हम किसी को help करें. There are not millions of people out there who think like this, right? There will be only select people who think like this. So instead of convincing millions to think like this, why don't we select the ones who really want to think like us and who appreciate what we are having on the table? हम जो value दे रहे हैं, इतनी value दे रहे हैं, उसको कौन appreciate कर रहा है? So it became easier for us to select those who are appreciating that value and then figuring out a way of how to make them health coaches or wellness coaches or being /partners in our business. And that has, taken a lot of headache off our head also, because when you have a huge team, you're supposed to now train them, educate them, keep them alive, right? Even if they're not making money. But now when people are profitable, they are creating incomes faster. They're having so many clients. When they become part of the community, the biggest hurdle we used to face was कि कोई आ जाएगा, उसके friends and family क्या बोलेंगे business में. पहले 3 years back, that was the biggest problem. कि उसके parents रोकेंगे, उसके friends रोकेंगे, कहीं से negative आएगा. Now it's exactly the opposite, right? When the person starts in the business, right, he immediately has a surge of positivity. I'm sure, Murthy would agree. That's how growth can happen, because so many of the family and friends are supportive now of the business, because he or she is able to provide that value to people. So that is the shift we had to make, and it's been amazing, right? Working with a select few, of course. As you said, you cannot have just only customers in this world. You need, in order to expand to 10,000 people, 50,000 people, change their lives, we need partners as well. But those partners need to have the same value that we have. Only then they'll be able to impact the world. And negativity and all these things will, if we don't want to go back in the same route, कि यही चीज़ हम लाखों लोगों में हम ढूंढ रहे हैं, convince कर रहे हैं, then such a great opportunity will create negativity in the market. We don't want that. That's why we want even only select people who value this, can spread the value and spread the word. Right?
Fantastic insight. It's not how many people join us, it's about how many people can be profitable in the business. And if we are able to convert the like-minded clients who share the same purpose and value to become partners, then they will be profitable. एक एस्पेक्ट जो इम्पॉर्टेंट है वो ये है कि इन लाइक माइंडेड लोगों को अपने बिजनेस में कैसे हैंडल करते हैं. हमारे अंतिम सक्सेस फैक्टर के रूप में हमने समरजीत से पूछा, जिनके पास नए पार्टनर्स को सक्सेसफुल कोचेस बनाने के लिए एक्सेलेंट ऑनबोर्डिंग प्रोसेस है. The answer he gave is very interesting.
Right. See, so this is what it is. For example, if somebody is a client of mine and he has become my partner, he also, as Vivor was saying, they connect to what we do. And they say, yeah, मैं ये काम करना चाहूँगा. This immediately connects. Some few select people immediately connect, I want to help people like that, right? And then obviously they are not professionals yet. The reason why we have to onboard people right is so that everybody operates as a professional. What is professional? इधर उधर मतलब खिचड़ी नहीं बात कर रहा है. He's not talking in a खिचड़ी kind of a thing. There's a systematic, as a Murthy's you could hear that growth is happening because there's a structured way. People can see कि यार ये बहुत एक मस्त clinic जैसा लग रहा है, बहुत बढ़िया weight loss clinic जैसा लग रहा है. It's very professional, very systematic stuff. So person coming new obviously will not know that process, right? तो वो क्या करते हैं कि obviously उनके जो leads आते हैं, referrals आते हैं, their upline coaches are handling them. But in that process, they're also making money. And it's a good money, everybody knows here it's a good money initially because huge volumes. And a lot of time people think it's so easy. It's such a simple game, and that is where we have to, make people important. is दो तरह के leads आपके पास आएंगे, दो तरह के. एक है जो आपको जानते हैं, वहाँ पे आप professionalism में नहीं भी करोगे तो चलेगा. If you are not a professional, still you will get some business out of them. But that will end as soon as your, it's like your marriage invite. जितने लोगों को आपने शादी में invite किया, there's a limited people, and they will end one day. उसके बाद जो strangers आपके पास आएंगे, अगर आए तो आपका काम देख के, they will not know who you are. And if you are not professional there, which means आपके पास proper knowledge नहीं है, right? I want to give यहाँ also, a lot of you will be excited to work this because everybody is fiercely excited. A lot of us in the room are we are so much excited to do this work क्योंकि अच्छा लग रहा है, ढंग का काम कर रहे हैं. In that process क्या होगा? All of you will go study, lot of stuff, बहुत knowledge आ जाएगा. और जो mistakes हम भी करते थे, these are all experiential learning. We're talking from our experience. किसी ने कुछ पूछा और हमारे पास इतना knowledge है, 4 बुक खत्म हो गया, 1 घंटा तक हम उनको चीज़ें बता रहे हैं. Lot of things are technical, they don't even have a understanding. A lot of us will do that mistake, right? So, and it's not professional again. Things which are not at all significant for them, वो technically समझ भी नहीं पा रहे हैं उस चीज़ें. So we have to understand, that is why the training is important, that what to say, what precise to say, how much not to say, how not to go beyond the point where you have lost that person in the conversation. At the same time, as soon as आपका जो known people का circle खत्म हो जाएगा, and then you really want to practice in the real world, real marketplace. वहाँ पे people will come because just like a doctor, you go, you ask कि मेरा ये problem है, severe problem है, which is the doctor I should visit. They'll talk about 1 or 2 doctors who have done great work in the city or in the state, and you don't know them, but you get to hear about them because of their work, right? So for your work to be like that, you will have to know the entire professional process, and that is why we have to onboard people right. नहीं तो उनका जैसे अपना circle खत्म होगा, they will not be able to make impact in the real market, which is the strangers market.
Yeah, I think that's a very critical point, that you also have to coach them to become professionals, because everybody who comes in will come from enthusiasm, but for them to actually be a very good coach, thoda professionalism or wo knowledge part is very critical.
And the last point, Manish, is quality control. I've been talking to Amway also a lot about it. Quality control. Quality control का मतलब है कि when you, I'm telling this very frankly, guys, and you have to think through it. मतलब if I am not doing my work right, it's a competitive market. There are so many coaches who are doing good work. Eventually, आपके लोग वहाँ जाएंगे. You will not be able to compete in the market if your work is not good. I'll repeat that again. अगर आपका काम सही नहीं है, अगर आप शॉर्टकट ढूंढ रहे हो, I'll tell you one of the shortcut is हम कम पैसे में आपका करवा देंगे. हम आपका कम पैसे में करा देंगे. You think कम पैसा देके you can get them even if your work is not good, and people don't want to study hard, they don't want to serve hard, and their hook is अच्छा वहाँ पे इतने पैसे में है, हम 2000 में करवा देंगे, 3000 में करवा देंगे. And you think you will do business, you will grow business like that, and that is why you have to think through कि what will make it work. कम पैसे में solution देना, and you are trying to work it out a shortcut way जहाँ पे you're not studying, you are not serving people well, you don't have the knowledge. How many years you can run that practice? एक ना एक दिन people will figure out, right? जुमला है, that 3,000 rupees gone, है ना? And you think you will beat the market like that? It will not work. So you have to think through it. What will give you a sustainable business? Sustainable business always will work if you're honest. Honest about your own work behind the scenes. आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, आपका दिल ठीक है, you know what is the priority, and you know the process की, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, you run after excellence, success will run after you. Is it a universal truth? If you run after excellence, success will run after you. You don't have to run after success. Same here. If you run after how you can serve the clients well, how you can get them the transformation they wanted to have when they came to you, if that is your priority, PV, success, pins, everything will run after you. इस पे अगर आप चल गए, it will work. Any other route of shortcut, maybe एक साल, you'll get some business initially, but it will fail. And that is what we have been trying to tell people about quality control. And that's why onboarding people right with that mindset is so important.
These were the key success factors from the Amway Business Seminar I wanted to share with you. I'm hoping it would certainly help you appreciate and understand the need for a new way of doing business. Among all the panelists, one thing they all had in common was that they all repurposed their business. All of them placed the health and needs of their clients before their own. This is the first and most important step. With that, I take your leave and wish you all first health and then wealth. Thank you.